Do me a favor and watch this.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, guys, but Kamala Harris is black and a woman. Let that pipe dream die today. No chance in hell. No chance, no shot. Okay? Hey, it's cute and it's quirky and it's fun to think about in theory. And that's what the thing I love about dreams. Everybody can have one. But at the end of the day, we also need to know all dreams don't come true. Just like Santa isn't real, come on, guys. We got to be serious. Let's be serious for one moment. Let's just put all the cards on the table face up for the first time in our lives and be honest with ourselves. But on a serious note, though, what the hell we gonna do? Like, for real, does anybody have any ideas at this point? Any idea is a good idea, guys. Let's brainstorm. Let's throw the pot. Let's figure it out. This is a group effort. This is a group think. No idea is a bad idea. Because, like, seriously, what are we gonna do?
What I take away from this video is a woman who sees that Kamala Harris is now put into a position where she is going to have to promote herself to get a bunch of people to support her, to vote for her into being the president of the United States, having to deal with an uphill battle of a bunch of other people who are ready to go vote for Trump and who already got a bunch of preconceived notions about Kamala based on things she's said and done. So it's an uphill battle for Kamala anyway. Not to mention, it would have been an uphill battle for her regardless because her top ranking official broke up with America via Twitter. So she was facing a tough task from the get-go. Whether if you were in support of her or not, you can at least admit that in any circumstance, this is something that is a little bit of a difficult task to navigate because it's all spur of the moment. But people saw this video and for some reason got really offended and wanted to make it about white supremacist verbiage that punishes a bunch of black women.
It really breaks my heart that the main ones that don't believe in us is us. And the idea that as black folk, we can sit on our phone, click record, and regurgitate the same white male supremacist bullshit, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. The idea that you can go on here and imply that because of her womanhood and because of her blackness, that will be the detriment of her achieving, that is the same type of narrative that we tell baby girls around the world. That is the same type of narrative that we tell sisters around the world. And it stops them from doing the very thing that they know in their souls that they can do. That type of narrative could have been the very thing that stopped her from being a VP. That type of narrative could have been the very thing that stopped her from going to law school and then becoming a prosecutor. We have to pour into sisters, especially in days like this, because the state of our country is not funny to me. And when you sit there embodying the very women that she is fighting for, because baby girl, she's fighting for you, and you make a joke like that, is a slap in the face to her sacrifices and the sacrifices of many other black women.
Now, I would urge you just to delete that video completely and get rid of it. But honestly, at this point, I wish you would just delete your entire account, finally. I am so sick and tired of hearing, seeing, and feeling your energy on this platform. Just because you hate yourself and you've never thought that you were ever going to amount to anything solely because you're a black woman and your views have been low for months, doesn't mean that you have to come on here and project it onto the internet every single chance that you get. This might be one of the most pivotal moments in American history where we might get a woman of color as our president. And the first thing you thought to do was, oh, let me go remind everyone that I hate myself and I hate being a black woman. Women of color have always proven the odds. We have always exceeded expectations for years. Kamala Harris has already raised $80 million in just a day. A day! She's already broken the record of gaining small donations for Act Blue. For a campaign, period. Just because you don't believe in yourself as a black woman and never have and always felt belittled in your life, that's why you hang around so many white people all the time, seeking validation 24/7, does not make that a true fact that she would not become the next president of the United States. That doesn't mean we're not going to get into the polls in November and vote that woman into office. Actually, before you delete your entire account, I would urge you to make one last video just telling all your followers to go vote in November. Then you can go ahead and shut it down.
What all is Fanita known for? Because I never heard of her until today. And baby, she has booked herself a first-class ticket on Black Talk's cancel train. So really, it doesn't even matter what she's known for. It's no coming back from this situation she's gotten herself in. Really, her best bet is to rebrand as a MAGA Trump supporter and see if they will support her. Because baby, Black Talk is finito with Fanita.
And I'll say this, as somebody who was watching it and trying to piece together why a bunch of people were mad, I can understand why people are mad, because a moment in time comes and people feel like this is the moment where we can let our voices be heard. We could start promoting this woman. We could talk about her policies. We could talk about all the things she wants to bring that could be, in their eyes, a good look for America in the future, in these next 4 years. But because of a defeatist mindset, they're not going to focus on that for a while, and they're going to focus on wanting to complain that a bunch of black people exist out there that are not really sure that Kamala could win, or they don't fully support Kamala whatsoever because of a bunch of policies that she's either enacted or been a part of. And I would just like to say, as somebody who has seen one side completely get ready to start demanding a bunch of people show support for Kamala, I just want to say that you are facing a very difficult task in trying to get Kamala to be the president for the United States. On top of her having to promote herself and her policies in front of the American people, you also have to get people to vote for her. No, even though it's a good thing that 44,000 people donated to Kamala and she got a lot of money out of that. I think a record was broken because of it. That's wonderful. 44,000 people voting for one person is not enough to get them to be the president. I don't want to hear about how you're offended that some people don't really have faith in Kamala. I don't want to hear that you're mad that somebody had a take online you didn't agree with. They deleted the shit and came out with a second video basically saying the same shit but showing a little bit of stronger support for Kamala more than the original video.
I'm voting for Kamala Harris 100%. I want to make that extremely clear. She 100% has my vote. But I do not want to be ignorant to the fact that she has adversities that a lot of people in her position will never face. She's a woman of color, and she's a woman. I remember when Obama was running for president in 2008 when I was in the 5th grade. I remember the racism that I saw. It almost enacted a civil war. And I just know that she's going to be on an uphill battle. But regardless of that, at least she has us. She has us. We can be the change that we want to see. We always have great ideas on Twitter and on TikTok and on Instagram. We make viral posts all the time, but none of that sees the light of day because we never vote. And we're up against a generation that never misses a vote. They vote for their local HOA. We don't vote for counties, senators, governors, representatives. Like, we don't vote for anything. So this is our opportunity to show up to the polls. Make those fan cam numbers election numbers. Every person that liked a fan cam edit of Kamala Harris's silk press needs to vote. I need to see them numbers reflected at the polls. And listen, this could be a big screw you to Fanita, and y'all can guarantee that she gets in. If you want to do it despite me, I want that. I want that to happen. I want to be proven wrong. I just understand the adversities that she's going to have to face. But regardless of that, it may seem hopeless. And it may seem like, oh my God, it's a drop in the bucket. But if we all drop water in a bucket, the bucket overflows and we win and we finally get the change that we want to see. We finally have a candidate that we can all get behind. And I just want to see y'all at the polls. Let's put our money where our mouth is. And for the people that have never voted, I know voting seems like this crazy big task and it can seem kind of daunting, but actually it's really easy to register to vote. I'll put a link in my bio so you guys can register. Also, if you get anxious about being in crowds or you're nervous about going to the polls to vote in person, you can vote by mail-in ballot. So we really have no excuse. And also the deadline to register to vote is 15 days before the election, but it varies state to state, so you have to check that. But I'm putting the link in my bio. And regardless of how y'all feel about me, the one thing that we can absolutely agree on this topic is that we all need to vote, because nobody wins if we don't vote.
I don't care about any of that. What I care about is making sure that if you're somebody who is watching this and you support Kamala, you cut all the stupid bullshit talking points.
Okay, so I just realized that Donald Trump is not just going up against Kamala Harris. He's also about to go up against every AKA in the country. And not only that, he's about to go up against the entire Divine Nine. Woo! He has no idea. Game on.
And you focus on trying to get people to go vote for her, much like Trump's side is doing a good job trying to get people to vote for him. And based on all these different poll numbers, it's going to be a fun, interesting thing come November. And I would like everybody to remember what I said at the beginning of the year. I don't know who's going to win. I got no stake in this game. All I'm saying is one side gonna win, one side gonna lose. The other side gonna cheer, the other side gonna claim that the other side that's cheering cheated. It's a cycle that has gone on for a long time, ever since I was in the nutsack. It's existed for a long time. But you are going to, if you're somebody who's a Kamala supporter, gonna have a rude awakening if Trump wins by a wide fucking margin, because instead of actually promoting things that would get people to side with Kamala instead of Trump, you bitching because some social media influencer said something you don't agree with, which I thought you motherfuckers were supposed to stop caring about things like this, but you also want them to speak up about certain things, but you only want them to speak about the things in a way that makes you look good and makes you feel comfortable. But if they don't do that, they're somehow a criminal to society, because how dare they have an opinion about something, whether if it's in complete support, little bit support, skepticism, or complete denial. Oh, my poor little feelings hurt. Please focus on the objective. I understand the flavor is all nice and juicy to deal with. That's why I'm here. I'm here to give all the glitz and glamour of the stupidity, which is why you should subscribe, because we're not done with the election year. It's only July. And on top of somebody getting shot at, somebody breaking up with America via Twitter, there's probably something else stupid that's gonna happen. And if you like hearing that from, the best looking YouTuber to ever exist online, you can hit that subscribe button. And you can also let me know what you think in the comments down below. But to end it like this, to you people that's so mad that they got individuals out there that don't support Kamala and they got this skin color, oh fucking well, that's just life. That's just life. Guess what? They got white people that support Kamala. They got Mexicans that support Kamala. They got Indians that support Kamala. I know you want to believe every black person thinks the same. News fucking flash. They don't. End the story. Point blank. Period. Tried to campaign for this woman, just like the people are campaigning for Trump. And maybe you get what you want, maybe you don't. Who knows? We'll all see in November. Goodbye, everybody. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.